one of the pieces in social media, on-site branding, reputation management, and a lot of these things that are really still in many ways their evolutionary state that excites me, because to me it gives a small business a that can't be bought. That means that if you really do great work, you relate online, you get your customers that love you to share it online and communicate, someone can't just pop a business in next door after doing this for a while and write a bigger check to kind of bury you on the back page of a paper or some other media. And that's exciting to me, because it gives a real businesses almost invariably don't have the advertising dollars that they truly would like, and they're always looking for ways to do it. And referrals are outstanding. Sometimes they don't come as regular as they want, and traditional marketing and connecting to people is important, and this gives a way to stay closer to your customer, learn what's going on with them, learn something yourself, and really have an extraordinary advantage in using Twitter for business. So we're going to roll up our sleeves and dig in. The first piece of this is we're digging into some of the strategic aspects of it. It says part 2, but it's we're going to do a review plus the branding as well. And if we have questions, bring them on. One of the things that I think is important in the world of Twitter is to make sure that I'm going to get to what one of the things that I think is so critical is make sure that you are not chasing the number count. You will see, it seems like everybody and his brother that say, come to us and spend your precious dollars and we'll get thousands of people following you. We'll give you tricks and techniques to get thousands of followers, and then of course that will just by default lead to lots of business. I really challenge that. To me, if you had 100 followers and you were staying connected to your most valuable customers, that might be, if you had a few hundred, that might be enough. If you the goal here is a way to stay connected to people and your customers so that you stay in what I call their information feed. And you're earning the right to stay there generally by giving value and something they want to hear. So we'll start with, what is this thing called Twitter? I just want to review it. It's one way of microblog, micropost. It's this kind of ongoing status line. It's a web-based service that's limited to 140 characters. Anyone know why that is? Tim, you want to throw an answer in, because you learned about it when your son went to college.
Oh, absolutely, it makes perfect sense once you understand why are you allowed to communicate with 140 characters. My wife says it's because that's as many letters as a man can communicate with, but it is that is not true. But the 140 is as many letters or as many spaces are available on a cell phone. So when you were texting, before Twitter came along, everybody texted each other just straight one-on-one. So, a text message, you have your phone and you shoot a message to your other person straight through. Twittering is kind of like it opens it up to a whole bunch of people at the same time, but it's still got to be received on a cell phone, so that's why it's 140 characters.
Yeah, that's correct. It started from a company that was looking looking for brainstorming new ideas, and one of the ideas was, gosh, I'd like to broadcast cool places I'm at to a lot of people. How could I do it? Which, of course, then the cell phone can generally handle more, but they needed header for information of who was being sent to. Wonderful quote about it that I heard somewhere was, it's the water cooler of the internet. That means having a few little chats on the side that really can add up to valuable information. The key you need to understand is, if you're working on Facebook or LinkedIn, they do have a status line that is Twitter-like. That is, in Facebook, you have that an area where you can update what you're doing. A lot of excitement and interest on that. The feature about that is if it's your personal profile page, the only people who can see that are your friends that are connected to you easily. And then, but on Twitter, everything can be visible that's public except for private notes, and I'll define those. And that can be a great advantage in your business. On LinkedIn, it's really going to be defined more in what are you doing in business, so you could throw a little there. So imagine Facebook would be more toward business, and then LinkedIn would be business down to personal.